What's up, guys? I want to make this video very short. This video is a response to a comment that I got. The guy was asking if you should always bounce things as .wave. And I'm not sure in the context what he meant, but I decided to do a whole video just kind of explaining the best render settings for FL Studio and some bonus tips on what you should consider, especially if you want to do like bouncing of stems or you want to reduce the load on your RAM. So let's just jump right into it. I have a project here where I have my mastered file. So there was two stages to this. I had my song, I rendered it, and it probably peaked at around -4, -3 dB. I then mastered the track and bounced it as a 32-bit wave. So the file that you're seeing right now on my playlist is a 32-bit .wave. And now I'm getting ready to bounce this to content that I want to give to distributors, YouTube, whatever you like. So let's jump right into it. If you hit Control R, or if you go to File and Export, whatever you choose here, Wave, MP3, OGG, you will finally arrive to, let's just type test. You'll finally arrive to a menu that has some key things here. Now, again, remember how I said my original wave that you're seeing here is a 32-bit float. It's mastered, it's ready. But when I want to give it to Tunecore, for instance, to throw it on Spotify, there are some things you want to consider. Number one is you're going to want to work in 16-bit. So 16-bit is what you want for your .wave file. I think the bit rate is 1411 kilobytes per second. In this case, I would hit this button as well, dithering. So dithering, what happens there is that when it's jumping down from 32-bit to 16-bit, dithering will ensure that it can introduce some noise, a very psycho level of noise, very low level of noise, to ensure like artifacts or distortion get truncated or rounded off. So it's not something you have to worry about. Do turn it on because the FL Studio dithering is comparable to what you get from Isotope or FabFilter. They're very standard, so you won't really have to bicker too much in plugins dithering. So leave that on. And what you can also do is do another render. So prepare your wave, but also do an MP3. So that you also get a file alongside that. Now, it's not a big deal. Like for the MP3, even if you had it not dithered, it's not a big deal because keep in mind your MP3 has so much data missing from the high end that that's not going to be of importance of, oh, do I need to render it dithered and then render again? What I would do is always work in 32-bit float. So this is that extra tip I was talking about, because 32-bit float and 16-bit allow you to, if you're working in real time and you don't want stuff hogging up your RAM, you know that option, keep on disk? This is only applicable if you're working in 16-bit and 32-bit. So again, when we come back here, and why that's important is because it can free up space from your RAM if you're doing heavy projects with a lot of stuff. Again, the key thing you want to remember is if your song is going to Beatport, Tunecore, just like standard labels, 16-bit .wave is what you want. Alongside that, you can render an MP3 320. And other than that, I mean, I would probably also render a 24-bit, and the 24-bit won't be dithered. Dithering won't apply to these two. It's just going to apply to the 16-bit. But basically, if you're working with other artists in FL Studio, you want the highest quality. Stick with 32-bit float. If you want the highest quality .wave, 24-bit, and last but not least, your MP3 and your 16-bit wave is mostly what you're going to want to work in. So I'll show you an example here. So this song, for instance, this was a collab, and I have here, I have the MP3, and then I have the 16-bit wave as well. And you can see they're 1411 kilobytes per second. So I hope that answers some questions. Basically, you always want this to be at the highest quality, 512 point sync. That's relative to your sample stretching, pitch adjustments. I have another video talking about that because that plays a role in performance. In terms of rendering your overall finished project into the output files that you want to throw on websites, you basically just go with that wave MP3, turn on the dithering, and you don't have to worry about the other options. Save slice markers is not significant here. Save acidizes in regards to Sony Acid. I've never messed around with this. And split mixer tracks doesn't apply here. Split mixer tracks will be used to bounce if you have a project with tons of channels. So hope you like this tutorial. I just wanted to touch base on what I do when I have a finished song, but keep in mind that I always work with 32-bit float, and when I'm done, I bounce it as a 16-bit dithered file alongside with an MP3 320 to go with it for you guys on YouTube or for others who want to get a basic MP3. But it's good to see that FL Studio has FLAC as well, because you know, that's trending a bit more, and apparently the quality to space ratio is quite significant. And OGG again is kind of has been there for a while, but it's usually used for more design implementations and gaming, stuff like that. So Wave and MP3 are your go-to. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Going to be making a lot more videos just discussing some menus, layouts, tutorials, things like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave a comment below on what you guys do. Do you do dithering outside of here? Do you do it in a plugin? I'd love to know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!
Vegan! Smoothie!